Hi, Cancer. How are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at the monthly readings. So looking ahead at May 2024, okay? Pardon me. We are going to be starting with an affirmation deck. I'm using the Top Cats affirmation deck. But firstly, make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. Hopefully drawing that very, very soon. Check out yesterday's shadow work reading as well if that's something that is of interest to you for the full moon there yesterday. But we're having a look at what's going through May for you. I'm also using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. I've also got the Romance Angel Oracle cards and doing a zodiac run through this week as well. So we're going to be using the Love Message Oracle cards for that. Okay, starting off with that affirmation for you, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Affirmation for Cancer for May, please. Affirmation for our Cancers during May. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. That is a quote by Simone Weil. Look at that cute little cat cuddled up with its owner. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Okay, so able to show somebody, that you do care about them by giving them attention, whether that be, and receiving that as well. Listening when people are talking, showing the people that you are, paying attention to them, even in the smallest little ways, about holding eye contact or whatever that may be, however you show attention. It can also be, physical affection, attention as well. All right, but we'll have a look here for May and we'll split the month up, start, middle, and end for you. Okay, Cancer. What's going on for Cancer in May? Start, middle, and end of May for Cancer. Okay, so starting May off here, we do have the Garden and the Clockwork. I've been seeing this Clockwork card quite a lot this week. It's been a popular theme for the air and water signs so far. The Garden, though, that's the first time it has popped out for this week. So for you, though, Cancer, this does just show us that, it's kind of time for you to get out and about again. The start of May here, we do really see it's the right time. Everything's falling into place for you to get out and about again. Whether you've been a bit of a hermit lately or not, we do see the Garden. It is the social card. So it's, getting out and socializing, being a little bit more social than normal, going to events, accepting invitations, doing things with your time out of the house. It can talk about public spaces. So, public gardens, museums, libraries, beaches, parks, playgrounds, all those sorts of places, going along to those sorts of things and just spending time outdoors, surrounded by people, even if you're alone. It can also be talking about things like meeting up with friends for coffee, meeting up with larger groups of people as well, getting out and about, like a sort of that socializing kind of public energy. It's very interesting. I feel I need to mention here that the origin of the Garden card, the Lenormand was designed, a long time ago. So it was back in the days where, when people were first starting to consider dating, was back in those days of courting rather than dating. That would be quite common. That would be where you would go to go on a date with somebody, would be to, go on a walk through a public garden, so that, you would have, the girl would have, there would be another person there to sort of keep an eye on things and make sure nothing untoward was happening. So it was a very public sort of thing, a very, being out and being seen by the public, that, this person is being seen in public with that person, and maybe they're courting, that sort of energy. So I'm getting that for some of you, this has got something to do with that courtyards kind of energy. Court, something to do with court and courtyards and courting. So it may be different for everyone within the collective there. I hope it's not going to court to socialize. That's a bit random. But it's more along the lines of it's time for you to get out there. The clockwork really does talk about time and everything sort of falling into place for a meeting to take place, this thing to occur here for you, especially with the garden talking about meetings and those sorts of things. So it may be the right time for you to organize that meeting that you've been putting off. If there is something along those lines for you that you've been putting a certain meeting off, or you haven't seen a certain friend for quite a while, it may be a really good time for you to do so. Especially for a lot of you, I do feel as though this is somebody that is connecting in friendship is coming to the forefront here, because in the middle of May, we do see the friendship card, the dog here. So, it's not necessarily strictly a friend, but it's somebody that you do connect with on a very friend type of level, regardless of whether there is extra to that as well. I am feeling that for some of you here, there may be a bit extra to that, or you maybe are, meeting up with people, going on dates. This can also be the date card. Maybe time for you to start dating again, Cancer, as well. You may be meeting somebody and realizing that you get along with this person on a really, it just flows. It's just like this is a friend you've always had in your life. So there may be something developing from that as well. There may be that extra layer going on there as well. But the dog does sort of talk about loyalty, companionship, somebody who's very compassionate, understanding, supportive of you, and probably vice versa as well. But it does come through with a lot of support and compassion, understanding of who you are and how to get along with you and all that sort of thing. We do see the ship coming out for the middle of May here as well. So for some of you, you may be needing to travel some distance to see this person. There may be a little bit of distance between the two of you. Now, when I talk about distance, it doesn't necessarily mean you're in different countries or anything like that. It could just be, outside of your local area. Then it may be a few suburbs over, that kind of thing. Could be out of state and any sort of distance. It doesn't, we're not restricting it to a specific distance here. It's just talking about a little bit more distance. So, especially with the date card there as well, I do kind of feel that for those of you who are, on online dating sites and things like that, this would actually tell us to extend our radius in our searches just a little bit more, okay? Because it may just be out of your normal distance range that this person is coming through with. They may be just 5 or 10K out of your normal distance setting. So just keep that in mind. You may want to just flip that distance setting up a little bit for those of you who are on the online dating stuff. Okay. If that's something of interest to you, of course, not everyone is on those dating sites. But like I said, for a lot of you, this is going to be just a friendship thing. It's not necessarily more than that. I am picking up on both for a lot of you here. You may be traveling with this person or to see this person. So, it may even be just like I'm getting like a day trip to somewhere, that may be that garden, that date going on for you there. Starting a new adventure with this person, starting a journey to this person with this person in some way, shape or form in the middle of May here. Starting a journey of maybe even just getting to know this person as that friendship level kind of stuff. They're learning more about them, learning about how they show their support and understanding and how they can, be loyal to you, starting that journey of loyalty between the two of you as well. I do feel as though, this is the highlight of you. Like, this is the main thing going on for you during May here, Cancer. When I do, I'm getting that kind of vibe that with what's going on here, it's kind of the energy here, Cancer, that, no news is good news, okay? So when I'm doing these sorts of readings, if I'm getting a message like this where it's pretty concentrated to one specific story. And there's not a lot of stuff going on with that. If there's not a lot going on for you in your life, there's nothing hugely dramatic taking place in May. It's going to flag up the next important things to you. So this is what's going to be the most important sort of thing for you during May. So for some of you, that is definitely that no news is good news kind of vibe, where at least it's nothing crazy, nothing dramatic, nothing horrible going wrong for you during May. Okay, so I just thought I'd mention that too. For some of you, this may not seem like it's when it actually takes place, it may not seem like, oh, that's not really that huge and substantial. Why was that coming out in that reading? That is why. It's because, in when we have a lack of anything huge and dramatic and overpowering, the next most important thing is what's coming through. Okay, so it feels like it's going to be more important emotionally in the long run rather than right here, right now. Okay, we also have the end of May. We do see the dice. So roll the dice, see where they fall. Especially when it comes to starting this journey, taking this journey, covering this distance, going on this date. Roll the dice, take a chance, take a risk to see where this goes, because we do also see the ring coming through for you here as well. So this is going to, be the start of a brand new cycle for you, a new adventure into, different kinds of relationships. I feel for some of you that this is going to be the potential for a very strong relationship here, whether you already know this person or not. There is this energy of taking a chance on this relationship and on this, maybe partnership for some of you as well. If this is a career type thing, we do have a couple of links that could talk about a career thing. So like a meeting between, potential partnerships, and then starting this journey together. It could definitely be talking about an overseas partnership in that sense as well. So definitely could be looking at a business partnership situation here as well. But once again, attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. So the way you can share yourself with somebody is, spending the time to give them a bit of attention and, allow them your time and attention, and allowing them to give you their time and attention. Okay, so we'll have a look at what's going on specifically for romantic love. Romantic love for Cancer during May. What's going on for Cancer with romantic love during May, please? Okay, so love yourself first, Cancer. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So don't forget to, show your self-respect first and foremost. Give yourself that attention a little bit as well, okay? Don't forget to give yourself some attention as well. We also have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so I do feel that you may be connecting to somebody here that is just a little bit different from you in a religious or spiritual perspective. You may have a lot of spiritual similar beliefs, but there's just something, non-traditional when I see this card. There is just an element non-traditional. You may feel as though this person is more or less religious than what you are, or because I'm getting this message that one of you is religious and one of you is spiritual. So I'm not sure which way that really falls. Take it as it resonates, guys. But you're being influenced by your religious upbringing and this person's spiritual path. You're kind of feeling there's a little bit of discrepancy between the two. I'm feeling that when we see that, it shows us that this is something that can be overcome. It's just a matter of talking it through and connecting, on a deeper level, and mutual understanding and compassion towards each other on that sort of a journey. It's just something non-traditional is what I'm feeling here. So it may not be religion, it may be culture for some of you here as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But it is just showing there is just a slight difference here. It's not feeling like it's a huge difference, but it's just enough to make you sort of think. Okay, it's just that energy of one of you may have been brought up going to church all the time, and going to a Catholic school, for example, and the other one wasn't, and just understands things in a different way to how you understand things with a deep Christian upbringing. That's the kind of difference I'm getting here. But for others of you, this may be, it definitely could be a more dramatic difference than that. We're maybe looking at two separate religions or cultures and blending those as well. So, but like I said, it's for majority of you, that's not feeling like it's something that can't be overcome, and with a little bit of understanding and compassion. Maybe that's why we're sort of meeting each other halfway, and starting that new journey with our joint beliefs moving forward, because we do see the honeymoon card as well. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, going back to that ship energy there, that you may definitely be traveling with this person that you're connected with in love. But also, it doesn't necessarily talk about a physical honeymoon, a physical holiday. It definitely could just be that like honeymoon period where you're getting to know each other a little bit more. You're really just enjoying your time together, enjoying that attention that you're spending on each other, with each other. That bliss of time together is the importance there. Okay. But we'll do the zodiac run through for you, Cancer. So this is not necessarily love. It's kind of, just everyone that you're kind of dealing with during May. Platonic, work, friends, family, and, romantic as well. But take it as it resonates for each one. But we'll start off with Cancer dealing with Aries. Cancer dealing with Aries, please. Actions speak louder than words. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they are doing. Okay, so taking note of the actions that Aries is taking, and that's going to give you a little bit of an indication of what's going on for Aries here. Okay, Cancer dealing with Taurus. Cancer dealing with Taurus. Have faith. The angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. Having faith in Taurus. Cancer dealing with Gemini. Take a leap of faith. Another message with the word faith in there. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards. So taking a leap of faith with a Gemini. This person, some of you may be connecting to somebody who is on the Taurus and Gemini cusp there, with both of those having that element of having faith. Okay. Cancer dealing with Cancer. Okay. This can also be dealing with yourself, Cancer. All right. But Cancer dealing with other Cancers. Cancer dealing with Cancer. Be optimistic. Keep in mind that you create your own reality. You can't attract love with a negative mindset. Okay, Cancer. Make sure you're thinking positive when it comes to Cancer. Cancer dealing with Leo. Cancer dealing with Leo, please. Overthinking. Playing negative scenarios in your head is creating issues which weren't there at first. Keep it simple with the way that you're thinking about Leo. Okay, you may be overthinking it. Cancer dealing with Virgo. Deepening. A relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this with Virgo. Cancer dealing with Libra. Let go of the need to control Libra. Okay, allow this situation to unfold naturally. Go with the flow a little bit more with Libra. Cancer, dealing with Scorpio. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. There may be a Scorpio on the return wanting reconciliation with you, Cancer. Cancer, dealing with Sagittarius. You are enough. The person you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. So, there may be an element with Sagittarius. They make you feel as though you are not enough. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. If you were meant to be with this Sagittarius, they would love you the way you are. You don't need to change. Okay. Cancer, dealing with Capricorn. Cancer, dealing with Capricorn. Twin flame. This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. Okay, the interesting thing about twin flame connections, quite often that mirror energy will trigger the F out of us as well, Cancer. So Capricorn may be very triggering to you, but it's kind of, you're reacting to something that is being mirrored back at you from this Capricorn. They are your twin flame. Especially if they're a triggering Capricorn. Not going to lie, I'm a Capricorn. We can be a bit triggering. Cancer, dealing with Aquarius. Cancer, dealing with Aquarius. Unconditional love. The love between you and this person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. Okay, so that feels more like family, okay? Just to let you know, the unconditional love card with the Aquarius there, it does feel more like a family bond. Okay, Cancer, dealing with Pisces. Cancer, dealing with Pisces. Make the effort. This love is worth taking risks. You are called to move forward. Okay, that's what we have for you today, Cancer. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. I do find your moon sign being still in that full moon energy. Your moon sign is probably quite strong right now at the moment as well. Check out that shadow work reading I did upload yesterday, so you can have a look at that if you want to sort of, look at those triggers that we mentioned there and, look at ways we can grow as a human, as a soul. All right. But make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. And hopefully I'll see you all soon.